Real men don't go to therapy. You a sucker, dog. I don't go to my daughter with feelings. I don't come to my woman with my feelings. I'm coming with results.
Today we are reacting on an interview that Kendra G did. Now, for the people that don't know who Kendra G is, Kendra G really made a way for herself. She is a radio and TV personality and currently also a host on the Chicago Morning Show, if I am correct. And now she is an executive producer on IG, on Instagram, for a show called The Singles Live. She developed this app around 2020 when Corona was at an all-time high and everybody was sitting lonely at home. And she was like, I'm single too. I know a lot of people are single that don't have anybody in the house. Let me go on Instagram Live and let me see who wants to meet up as singles and let's see what we can do together. This whole idea blew up and now she has her own dating app, but that's not only it. Even though she has the app, she goes live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and meet the people that are actually signed up to her app. People can call in and they might have a match right there on live. But guys, that's not why we're here. I came across this crazy interview of a man who is single, of course, because, these are the lives that she does for the single people. I thought this man is trolling. He can't be serious. He did an interview talking about he worked at a pizza place. He has been looking for a woman. He has this baby living in a shelter. He said all sorts of crazy things about black women. It was a thing. We are going to react on the part 2 because he did a part 2 with Kendra, and this part 2, it rung my ears. The first one I couldn't really listen to all the way because I was so irritated, and my head, I was like, I'm done. But this time I was like, no, we got to look at this with the Unfiltered Fam. And of course, guys, I want to hear your take. Smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and let's get into it.
If you didn't see Awsum's first video, go and watch it. But let me get to some questions.
Okay.
He's holding a 9-month-old baby. I'll do a minor recap. This is 9-month-old daughter. He's looking for a black woman who has no kids. That's not an option for him. Have to be willing to have kids. Be a mother to his child. Do not eat your steak medium well. That is not. It shows you don't know how to act, child. Be open-minded to the steak that he's going to order for you because he orders for his woman. He's not negotiating that. Get with the program or get lost. Is that right? Well, let me ask you a couple things.
Okay.
Are you calling me from a shelter?
Yes. Let me say this. First of all, Kendra, how do you like the suit? I came on here looking like a Reese cup. Figure one of these sisters might want to, Well, I gotta keep remember I got my daughter here, so that's number one. So
Let's start with number one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never did a reaction video to my show, but you had me do a reaction video to your video. And one thing I said, men with money talk the way you talk. Now you got to have money to talk the way you talk. Awesome. You can't be living in a shelter and making those demands.
Yeah. Okay. Now, are you finished? May I speak?
I'm not finished, but you can speak.
Okay, well, go ahead.
I mean, we're going to be having a dialogue.
Okay. Number one, I can because I did. That's number one. Number two, I've always been like this. I don't let money make me. Let's just get right down to the root of the issue. The root of the issue is that a lot of black women just don't like black men. They don't respect black men. If I were white and doing the very same thing, taking care of my daughter, women would say, what a great guy he is. They would say, look at him. Look at why this white man doing this, but black men don't take care of their children. CPS called me today to try to take my daughter from me. Let me say this. Number one, yes, I did work at Popeye. I learned a lot about myself doing it. It was challenging. I pushed myself because I had to figure out a way to keep milk in my daughter's stomach and keep her out the system. Money never made me. It never broke me. And I don't give a blank what these silly people in your comments say. These silly hood rat broads with these tattoos on their neck. You don't qualify. I don't care about your BBL. Yeah, I don't like that neither. You for recreational use, baby. And for you sucker black men who wear tight chains, if you're gonna wear a gold chain, lame, it should be at least 26 inches. For real.
You heard him.
If you're gonna wear a gold chain, it should be at least 26
26.
inches. To you suckers who wear bonnets, to you suckers who go outside in Crocs.
Amen. Crocs.
To you black men who text the letter K, you a coward and you weak and you don't have the ability to stand like I stand in the face of fire.
Now, before we move on, guys, he told you guys. So for all the men that have Crocs, your chain is not 26 inches, and you write the letter K, you're done. I mean, you're done out here, rude boy. For the women with the BBLs, the bonnets, also for the men with the bonnets, he said, you're done out here too.
We have a lot of things to say, but not saying that, listen, life happens to all of us. And, you know, you could be in a high rise one day and be in a shelter the next day, and that's fair. So no judgment of where you are in life and trying to become a better man, but you are doing a lot of judgment to people when at this moment you don't even have a foundation. You don't even have a home. And one would say this is a moment in life where maybe dating shouldn't be your focus because you're requesting a very classy, beautiful Black woman who has no kids to come along and join you in this moment in life. Why would a woman that you describe sign up for a man that's in a shelter? I'm just being honest. And you also did 16 years, according to us, in jail. You have a child, a 9-month-old baby. We don't know all the ins and outs, but we know that a woman had a baby 9 months ago that is no longer taking care of the child. So that's a little crazy. You know, there's just a lot of things questionable about you. And you are asking for an elite Black woman to sign up. So why would she do that?
Yeah, I'm not asking anything. It's what's going to happen. She probably already found me, and I'm very interested in one young lady. Shout out to you, baby. The truth of the matter is this. Because I'm a man, and because I'm not you, and I'm not them cornballs in your comments. Let me say
what do you mean when you say you're not me, as in you're not a woman?
Yes, I'm not a woman.
Now, I love his confidence, you know, saying like, I'm going to get what I want. I mean, fake it, sir, until you make it. But there's no faking here. You're doing this video out of whole shelter. Sir, I totally understand that you want what you want and you feel like you're worthy of wanting something great. If you are not able to provide the greatness, I feel like you shouldn't want anything right now. Get your act together, move out of the shelter, and then do what it is you need to do, sir. Oh my God. And then that condescending tone, you old school, I'm a man, I say what I want. Oh, never again in my life will I want to meet such a man, because they are so stubborn in their ways, you know, around their 50s, 60s, and you know, they're just old school like that. The brain is just on freeze mode. That's how I feel. But if you are not convinced yet that he is the cornball right here.
But this is something I wanted to respond to earlier, because you said earlier about Black women don't like Black men. Black women don't want to feel like they're working for a slave master. And what happens is a lot of men, you guys come in with a dictatorship that women just can't get with. And if a woman is not necessarily, you know, relying on you for your money, there's really no reason for her to feel like she now has a slave master. So I don't think it's fair to say that Kendra. Black
women don't create anything substantial for real. Women aren't built to nurture. And shout out to the few women who have made, you know, a couple contributions here and there. But men specifically have shaped the world that we live in. But yet they say these brothers aren't enough. It's all cap, Kendra. I'm that guy. I've been that guy. I always win. And the woman that I'm going to marry from your show, more than likely, by the time a year goes by, I'll be in a different place.
Okay,
and I'll let you know about it.
I do want to.
And that's fine, sir. I wish all of that for you. But get your act together first and then go find that woman. Don't take everything that woman got, her sanity, her everything, because you don't get your shit together. Now you're being all grumpy to her and whatever, because we've seen that. Get your act together first, and then I would love it for you if you get that lady. My God.
But I've heard this comment from unmarried men before about Black women need to get married. Well, who do you want her to marry? You are on record. You have 2 women that you have children with that you said you would have never married.
Get married to you? You that have done 16 years in prison and now live in a shelter? Now there are some lovely Black men, of course, that do well as the women. But do you think that is our only opportunity to build this wealth, is to marry? Guys, we have whole careers. We have businesses. This ain't the 1920s anymore. We flourish. We make more than the men sometimes. You're living in a shelter right now, and you want that woman that makes six figures right now, because there will come a time that you will make the six figures too. That is what you do when you're 18, 24, 27. That's when you build together, and then wait for me, wait, I'm going to build this dream, and wait. But you are over the age of 55, sir. Please. You look good, but I can't even comprehend.
Like, you are part of the lack of marriages because you have children with women you did not want to marry.
Kendra, I'm gonna be
Exactly.
married. I'm
Right,
not
but the
done.
two women you have kids with, are they
Yes.
married?
So what? No, nobody wants. No,
Exactly.
So how
no.
can you judge
Why
them?
would
You're
they?
saying nobody wants them. You want them and you
Kendra,
got kids by them.
Kendra, no. I wanted the box.
Guys, please.
And there's things that women can do that men cannot do, and vice versa. I'm not taking care of your bastard baby. I don't care nothing about it. That's that. Anybody who signs up for it is a sucker.
He is not taking care of your bastard babies. Yet, he wants us to take care of his bastard baby. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine what he says? Because he is searching on this dating app for a woman with children. But he wants you to take care of his.
So
What?
before we go
Who would
there,
pay full price for a used car?
Used car?
so
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Today is my mother's birthday, and I love my mother. I love her dearly. My father should have never married her because my father killed my mother September 6, 2006, and then he killed himself because one of the children that she popped out, one of those bastards, played a game of Mickey Mouse that they should have never played between our parents, and she didn't do it, but she played a role in it. So that story I was telling you about why I don't do it, they don't. They're unappreciative stepchildren. You never get full value. There's you get all of the responsibility, but none of the credit. It's always the black woman that gets lifted up. Oh, my mama did this.
So what you can tell, guys, is that there's a lot of hurt, past hurt. He needs therapy. He don't need no dating app. He doesn't need no woman. He needs therapy. His daddy killed his mom, stabbed someone, and went to jail for 16 years. And you're out here making all these children. It was a bad bet. It was a bad bet from your mom to go with your dad. Look at her now. She's dead.
if black men just pick women that they could marry to have kids with, they wouldn't have to pick a leftover woman as you described it by somebody else's leftovers. So this leftover comment, how about this? Just pick a woman that you can marry and have children with, and you won't fall in the category of finding a leftover woman.
And to add on to that, Kendra, and do not, because you already have 2 or 3 children, you never married one of their mothers. So talking about building generational wealth and we should stick together, you did not. Talking about how ungrateful it is to raise someone else's child, yet you want to put this on another black woman because you feel like she's that superpower woman that we are as black women. We can do anything and withstand anything, any battle that you can give us. That's what we're known for. So give them that too. But yet you're not willing to take it. Listen, there are some crazy men around here. I'm telling you, this dating game is not for the weak. Guys, better watch out.
They want to twerk. They want to take hot girl summer. They don't want a man with structure and order. I met a young lady, 26, gorgeous young lady, potential, and I like her. She's smart. She gets it. These black women are out of order, Kendra. But the woman I'm gonna get is not gonna be out of order because I'm just that guy.
He's just that guy. Listen, let me break it down for you. Kendra, I'm sorry. Black women are out of order because y'all men sometimes don't bring order. You bring a lot of disarray, a lot of confusement. You have all these unresolved issues, this unresolved hurt in your heart. Here you're walking around trying to order other people and try to control. It is very well known in the world of therapy that somebody, man or woman, that tries to control and over control the situation has a unresolved trauma about unsafe situations, which then triggers wanting to control other situations because they didn't feel control in the past. But this is the problem. This is the foundation. You come in a woman's life bringing chaos, living in the shelter, having this baby, no mom to be seen. But you want order. But you want to bring order to someone else's life that had order already. What are you talking about?
My job is to die for my woman, Kendra. I will die for my woman. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm one of them guys. So if I'm going to die and give my life up, as most black men will, we ask for submission. And that means when I say something, I get the final say. Okay. Do you really want to know who run the world? It's women, but not the women that they think. It's not these boss, loudmouth, trying to match energy women. It's the feminine women. If she's really good, she know how to make a man do what she want him to do and make it think it was his idea all along. No masculine man can resist a feminine woman. It's like
Here we go again. I totally agree. Feminine woman, be soft. But here's where it gets a little tricky for you men that don't understand this. That whole soft energy that you don't have to do a lot in order for a man to do what you want because you just play this soft life. Yes, this is what we want. But where's the soft life at? You have to have a man that can facilitate that soft life. Us women that have that can rest in our femininity that we deserve and let a man lead and know it will be okay. But there's a lot of women that tried that. And the only thing they have left of themselves is their socks. Everything's gone. They're mine too. Running out with other women, cheating, yelling at that woman, calling her all types of names. That's the way you think you have to inflict, power. I can name a million different things. Giving her opinion, not feeling like you don't want no opinion. But yet you work at Popeyes and don't have a house. A lot of women don't have time for that. Children need to be fed. Bills need to be paid. Vacations need to be booked because we need to rest. Conversations need to be had instead of the end all be all. I'm not saying all men because I know a lot of wonderful men. Wonderful, wonderful. But I know a lot of men too that just roam around, are very nice to everyone else. This is the facade. Ooh, so helpful, so nice. But in the house, ooh, girl. Oh my God.
I saw women who had to tolerate things I would never want to tolerate because of financial purposes. Yes. I saw women who was tolerating things from men, and I would watch as a child, like, I never want to be treated like this. I didn't feel as though they were happy, but financially they couldn't make a move. So for me, it taught me, okay, if I have my own money, I can have healthy relationships because now my livelihood isn't dependent on a man's income. So I suggest all women to have your own bank, figure out a way to make it for yourself, and then you find someone to enjoy life with. That's just my own personal advice. I know there's men that would disagree with it, but that is what it is.
Now listen, there's a lot of black men who suckers. The majority of them. There's very few men like me. So I want to 100% say that we are in the minority in this regard. So I know that there's more than enough opportunity.
Men like him are in the minority. I sure hope so. I sure hope so, because can you imagine running into thousands of guys just like him? We're done out here. So it's not actually the money going to a woman's head. And I'm not saying, I'm sure there are some type of women that have to throw their money around and I make more than you and but I know a lot of women that don't do that. That take the bare minimum, guys, and they are successful. And they reduce the woman till, no, sir, the money goes to your head. Because here you are working in Popeyes. Now you took the woman that just sent you a text. Now she works at her own company, someone else's company, but she makes a good amount of money a year. Now you want to inflict that control. She doesn't really want to be controlled because she has been doing for herself for years. So she might listen here and there. Here you go. But what do you expect, sir? You are not in order. You are not in order, sir. Get your ass some therapy. That's what I'm saying. Now, guys, tell me, what did you think about this video? What are your thoughts about what he said? I mean, some of the things you might think, he has a point there. Do you think this was just complete and utter rubbish? Share it in the comments. Thank you for sharing your time with me. If you like videos like this, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Drop a like and drop that subscribe. And delete those dating apps. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.